Prime Minister Keir Starmer has been caught in a lie about our terrible free speech record. Hello, I'm Patrick Christie's and this is GBN Originals. Let's start off by painting the picture. There's Starmer, shoulder to shoulder with President Trump, bold as brass, declaring that we've had free speech for a very, very long time in the United Kingdom. Starmer's not just bending the truth, he's taking it for a full spin cycle. He's proudly boasting about our history of free speech while conveniently forgetting about the Orwellian nightmare we're living in right now. The recently enacted Online Safety Act is a prime example of this assault on liberty. Under the guise of protecting users, this draconian legislation imposes a legal responsibility on social media platforms to identify and mitigate illegal content or harmful material. In essence, it's the government's way of saying, we know what's best for you, so shut your gob. This act forces tech companies to become de facto thought police, deciding what's harmful and what's not, with the government overseeing the entire process. It's a chilling reminder that Big Brother is indeed watching your every tweet, post and comment. The extent of this crackdown on free speech is truly alarming. Since October 2023, nearly 300 people have been charged in the UK for online speech crimes. Let that sink in. 300 British citizens hauled before the courts for daring to express themselves online. Even more disturbing, 67 of these individuals have already been convicted. Now, these are not terrorists or paedophiles, as Starmer might have us believe, but ordinary citizens exercising what should be their fundamental right to free expression. Now, our friends across the pond aren't buying what Starmer's selling. Vice President Vance didn't mince his words. He pointed out that these infringements on free speech aren't just affecting us Brits, but American companies and American citizens too. Let's take a listen.
Look, I said what I said, which is that we do have, of course, a special relationship with our friends in the UK and also with some of our European allies. But we also know that there have been infringements on free speech that actually affect not just the British. Of course, what the British do in their own country is up to them, but also affect American technology companies and by extension American citizens. So that is something that we'll talk about today at lunch.
We've had free speech for a very, very long time in the United Kingdom, and it will last for a very, very long time. Well, no, I mean, certainly we wouldn't want to reach across US citizens, and we don't, and that's absolutely right. But in relation to free speech in the UK, I'm very proud of our history there.
We discussed all this. Us blokes hate talking about a little thinning up top, and many of us settle with that balding look, but that wasn't for me, and that's why I went to Elite Hair, the world's leading hair loss clinic, and now I've had over 4,000 new hairs added to this barnet, and very soon I'm going to be rocking some brand new flowing locks, and you can too. So how does it work? Step 1, I sent the team a set of photos of my head. Step 2, I then spoke to one of the Elite Hair staff who looked through my photo submissions and worked out a treatment plan for me. Step 3, Elite Hair then organised accommodation and the treatment. I was at their state-of-the-art treatment centre in Istanbul, and their incredibly kind staff took me through the process, and before I knew it, I was in surgery. Elite Hair and their leading medical experts have specialised in pain-free treatments using the sleep deep method, and they really mean that. I felt incredibly relaxed the whole time, and I haven't felt any pain since. Check out Elite Hair using the link in the description. When you do, Elite Hair will provide you with a free personalised hair analysis. Then you'll join over 100,000 happy patients. Hit that link and start your hair growth journey like I did today.
And how does our illustrious leader respond? Well, by sticking his fingers in his ears and singing God Save the King. He tells Fox News with a straight face, we don't believe in censoring speech. Well, blow me down with a feather, because you could have fooled me, Sir Keir. Let's hear what Starmer told Fox News.
He did say today, we do have this special relationship with our friends in the UK and some European allies, but we also know that there have been infringements on free speech that actually affect not just the British, but also affect American technology companies and by extension American citizens. House Judiciary Chairman Jim Jordan, I think, has brought this up. Yeah. This is about UK's Online Safety Act. Is the UK and EU trying to censor speech?
No, we don't believe in censoring speech. But of course we do need to deal with terrorism, we need to deal with paedophiles and issues like that. But I talked to the Vice President about it today, and we had a good exchange about it. And of course, he's right to champion free speech. We champion free speech in the United Kingdom. And in relation to the measures that we've taken, obviously we're very mindful that it shouldn't have an impact on US citizens.
This is about control, pure and simple. When a government starts deciding what you can and can't say, that's not true freedom, is it? That's tyranny, dressed up in a cheap suit. And it's happening right here, right now, in our supposedly free and democratic society. The Online Safety Act requires big tech companies to tackle dangerous online posts and videos or risk billions of pounds in fines. As I said, nearly 300 people have been charged in the UK for online speech crimes since October 2023. That is according to The Telegraph. And again, 67 have been convicted simply for their words. Now, many people will think that is overt censorship, not free speech. Now, I'm not one for doom and gloom, but I think this could be a slippery slope. Today, it's online posts. Tomorrow, who knows? Will we be hauled off for having a grumble about the government down at the local? Will we need a licence to have an opinion? And if we look at what was proposed in Scotland, it was exactly that. You could be penalised for what you thought and said in your own home. Let's not forget, this isn't just affecting the average Joe on the street. This censorship is creeping into every corner of our society. Our universities, once a bastion of free thought and debate, at times quite radical free thought and debate, are now more concerned with safe spaces and trigger warnings than challenging ideas. The very man who's overseeing this assault on our freedoms is the same one standing in front of the world, chest puffed out, proclaiming how proud he is of our free speech history. It's not to make you want to laugh if it, wasn't so terrifying. Starmer's not just lying to the Americans, I think he's lying to us. He's lying to himself, perhaps, as well. And worst of all, he's lying to the very principles this country was built on. So what do we do about it? Well, we don't roll over and let them take our voice away, do we? We speak louder, we speak clearer, and we speak truth to power. We remind Starmer that free speech isn't a gift from the government, it's our right as British citizens. It's the cornerstone of our democracy, and we're not about to let it be chipped away by some half-baked legislation and doublespeak. We can either stand up for our right to speak freely, or we can watch it disappear faster than a politician's promises after Election Day. Keir Starmer might be able to pull the wool over the eyes of our American friends, although I'm not entirely sure he's managed that, but he certainly can't fool us. We can see what's happening. We are living it. We know the truth. We know how it feels currently in Britain, and we won't be silenced. This is Patrick Christys reminding you that in the UK, free speech isn't just under threat, it's on life support, and it's up to us to resuscitate it. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the GB News YouTube channel for more.
At GB News, we believe in the power of free speech. We're not afraid to ask the tough questions, challenge the status quo, and give you a voice. While others silence dissent, we champion the truth. So by becoming a GB News member, you're not just supporting free speech, you're defending it. Please do consider supporting us today. Together, we'll hold the powerful to account and make sure your voice is always heard. Simply go to gbnews.com/support and stand with us for what matters most.